Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Silver Lantern Archive. Today we continue on with Forged by Avernus. Our party is just starting a new adventure, wondering what buildings they're going to burn down today. Well, I say burn, but they haven't burned any down. They just keep collapsing them. Well, I say that. They did burn the elf song down.
Okay, that one was not intentional, and I've only purposely destroyed one building.
Too, but either way, that wasn't last session. We're gonna figure out what happened last session by throwing Ardent under the bus, even though he doesn't know what a bus is. So, horse and carriage. Yeah, we're gonna throw him under the carriage. Ardent, what's been
Yeah,
going on?
Ardent may not even notice a horse and carriage. But yeah, so after recovering from having the clock tower fall down upon us for some, unknown reason, it certainly wasn't our fault that it fell. Took a couple of days, but when we came back to, had a couple of different conversations with Raven, trying to figure out uh, how she was recovering and how things were going with the whole book thing. And she and Briar had a little conversation about whether or not Raven should come with us. And Raven was real reticent because there were certain members of the party, I don't remember which ones, it certainly wasn't me or Dea, that were not exceptionally welcoming of Raven initially. And so when Breyer related that back to the group, Ardent decided to try to make some kind of amends in his rather awkward way, and ended up really not necessarily following what Raven was trying to tell him, and didn't catch the joke she was trying to make, and kind of made a fool of himself a little bit. And then Raven decided that she was going to show Dea just how strong she was. Um, and I think Dea found it adorable, and so they kind of made up as well. So kind of reconciled. The group decided that we needed to go pay our debt to Alcadar. So,
Amric.
oh, sorry, Emmerich. Sorry, and so went to the tavern where he holds court in the basement, and had a conversation. And to make good on our debt, he wants us to help protect some business that he has in the market district. He's got a competitor or two or three that are doing not so above board stuff that is driving down his profits. And he wants us to go figure out which one of them is doing what, and fix it by some creative means.
Fair enough. Go ahead and take that hero point as we rejoin our party just after they have left the Low Lantern. They have gotten their new job from Emmerich and have to decide on how they would like to begin the investigation. First choice, whether they go in the mist of the night to look at the shops or wait till morning when there are people there to talk to.
I personally vote for the talk to people in the morning time.
Is anyone at all familiar with that area or with those people? I certainly haven't spent much time there myself.
No, I'm fairly certain. I'm fairly certain I am on some sort of list for every district of the city at this point. If not outright banned, at least on a watch list.
You're on the city's list, Nyan.
See, I knew that was a goddamn. I knew that was a fucking thing. Is why I get strange looks every time we enter one of the districts now. For good reason, but still.
Well, that's kind of your own fault.
Okay, in fairness, yes, I was violently inebriated at the time, and I know it's still my fault. I'm still gonna protest it. I'm wrong to protest it, but I'm still going to.
I think that might have more to do with the thorns around your head than anything else, you know.
So, hey, look, I don't know. My mother's put this thing in my head like forever ago. I'm fairly certain they're connected to my brain. I think. I don't know.
Yes, but that is likely what they're looking at, you know.
Well, we all get a little bit of a weird look when we're around you anyway.
Why do you think? Welcome to the reason I learned disguise self. Although this time I'll make sure to do it out of the range of most of the buildings at this point. Ugh. Goes on.
Is Raven isn't with us, is she?
Yeah, Raven's with you.
Okay.
Y'all have Rook, Raven, Agu, and Briarpatch all with you.
I think it would be best to search in the morning.
Figure
More
out.
people with questions.
Well, considering we seem to be on a blacklist for most of the inns around the city, any idea where we might catch a bed?
I know a warehouse around here that doesn't usually have guards.
Yeah. Probably something worse.
That certainly fits my pocketbook.
Let's see if we can't find some poor place to crash.
Raven nods and starts walking deeper into the warehouse district that y'all are right next to.
Briar will follow.
Yak follows.
It takes some looking around. Raven seems to be checking corners and whatnot, trying to look for what you imagine to be Flaming Fist members or private security. But she doesn't find any before jimmying open a boarded up window with her staff and using her rather slim body to slip through the space in between the boards. There's a couple other people here, but they'll be alright.
I go through.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
let the rest go through and follow in last.
and Briar on the thinner end, as is
I'll
Faladar.
probably go in.
Oh, go ahead.
I'll go in last, but I'm gonna before we go into the building, I'm gonna find like a small area to hide. I'm gonna cast disguise self before I go in.
Okay. But Dea, you and Arden aren't gonna fit through those boards.
Dea will yank the boards.
Only in athletics.
Alright. First roll of the night. Let's see.
Comes off
Nice.
nice and easy.
Just crunch. Oops. Just sort of like carefully like does it come off as like one complete set of boards or just like fall apart?
Well, it's 3 boards nailed on top of a empty window. So you just rip off 2 of the boards, just one hand on the other, another trying to test their weight, and you just go crunch, both of them coming off.
She like throws an embarrassed look at at Faldar, just like sorry, and climbs in afterwards.
With that, you and Art are able to get in just fine. As you see a dark warehouse with what looks to be a single light fixture that has been removed from the wall. It's not really a torch, but a soft glowing magic fixture. And sitting around it, looking at the party as you'll enter, is what seems to be a small group of urchins, all ages maybe 6 to 12. There's about 4 of them.
Friends?
No.
Well, good enough place to stay as any.
You see Raven walks over and sits down with them. The 4 of them glance from her over to the party. They look a bit like cats with their eyes massive and open, ready to bolt at any second. But Raven immediately starts to calm their worries in a soft voice. You'll have no idea what she's saying. She seems to be using another language.
Probably thieves can't.
Thieves' Cant is used in common, so you to be able to understand her, just not the layered message underneath common, or whatever language she's normally speaking.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Like, she could be
It's a
talking,
little-
today the weather was nice. How is your grandmother? To say, the cops are outside and they're going to murder us.
Yep.
So
Briar will. Briar will approach and just non-threateningly as possible, as if they aren't very threatening in the first place, kneel down
The kids
with
are
them.
still looking from Raven. Okay, hang on. Please hold. Sorry, we're back. There's a little bit of echo coming off of somebody's mic, but not much we can do about it this time. So, what was I saying? Ah, yes. They are all looking at you with those wide eyes, Briar, as you approach.
Briar will reach into their fur and take out Doodle and offer peace offering.
You see one
My
of the
friends.
kids suddenly reach out, but Raven, with surprising dexterity, reaches out and catches their wrist. Not food.
Oh, oh no, 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 no. Doodle's a friend.
They tilt their head, and then they give small head pats to the rat.
Take out a Dale. Take out a couple pieces of hardtack from her rations, and sort of toss them at the kids.
Yet again, they look distrustful of it until a nod is given from Raven before they scurry forward to grab the rations from the ground and scoop them up, making sure to split it as evenly between each other as possible. However, can I get a perception check from Dea?
All right. And also, how many rations will I mark off for this?
As many as you want to throw.
Say for how many of the children there were.
There's 4 of them.
All right, so I'll take down 4, so 6 rations total now. All right, and 13 perception. This is
You
into the
see that the older ones, the one that's about 12, is seeming to cut some of the food a little bit skewed, giving the most food to the 6-year-old that is in the group.
Interesting.
Do the rest of us notice this happening?
Roll perception.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, you do.
If you would like more, I have rations too.
They look at
Briar will
you
say.
suspiciously, and you hear the child say something, but you have no idea what they say, because you do not recognize the language.
Raven, what is
Was it a male or female?
It's a little girl.
what did she say?
She's wondering why you're giving all the food all of a sudden, and if you're trying to fatten them up to put them in a pot.
Oh no. I don't eat meat.
Do they have any kind of a fire or anything that they're sitting around?
They're sitting around what looks to be a magic lamp that you probably once sat on the wall here in the warehouse, so kind of like a lantern. It's a little weak, but it does give them light.
Yeah, Briar will offer some more rations to the group.
They will take them.
And down. All right. Cool.
I suppose we should get ready to sleep. Should we keep watches?
Probably not a bad idea. Before we go to sleep, has Agu found a spot to settle into?
Yeah.
Ardent will walk over and sit down next to Agu and just start up a conversation. So, I'm real interested in, where you've been. Where did you learn to move so fast? I mean, it's pretty impressive to watch you work out there. Just curious. If you don't want to share, it's fine. I was just wondering, where you learned to do stuff like that.
I learned it from my master. He taught me the great ways of Krav Maga.
Is he still around?
Oh, no. The spirit of Krav Maga corrupted his body, and he died relatively early.
Is that gonna happen to you?
No, I don't directly harness the spirit of Krav Maga like he did.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I
It
sure appreciate
accelerated
everything
his
you've
life
done.
force. Well, it accelerated the aging in his body, and he lost about 400 years within the space of about a decade.
That's a lot to lose.
Shrug. The spirit of Krav Maga is very taxing on the body.
I was meaning to ask, is that Krav and Maga, or Krav Maga is one name?
One name.
Okay.
Well, it sure has been useful. I appreciate you hanging out with us and lending your aid.
I
Yeah.
can hear the spirit, and it tells me that you're going to get into some very interesting troubles. So, I'm going to investigate and see what kind of things you run into.
Honestly, you probably could have gotten that just from hearing about what I've done in the city.
I don't think the spirit of Krav Maga would find that relevant.
Eh.
It has a broader scope of the world, one that was on a higher level than the mortals that run around on this plane.
Is it a god?
I wouldn't say necessarily a god, but
It sounds more like a philosophy.
It runs in similar circles.
I had never heard of it. My father knew most of the gods. Told me about most of them. I'd never heard of it before, so I didn't know if it was maybe a newer one or something.
I wouldn't say that. It just works on its own stuff. It doesn't have a great following, but it watches, it learns, and it makes a difference.
I'm glad to have it and you along.
Not a
I'll
problem.
leave you to your rest. Thanks, Agu.
He gives you a nod as he lays out in one of the rafters.
Of course.
So, what? So, have we learned anything interesting from the orphan, delinquent, whatever they are?
You asking me or are you asking Arden?
I'm asking Arden.
Okay, cool.
I couldn't understand a word they were saying. Could you?
I don't. Unfortunately, probably not. No, I can barely read them.
I don't know what they were speaking, but it certainly wasn't infernal. That's the only thing I speak outside of common.
I speak Sylvan. I speak Sylvan and a few other languages, but I doubt these street kids would know most of them.
At the end of that conversation.
Yeah, pretty
I think
much.
so.
Okay.
Oh yeah, by the way, just a quick heads up, I'm disguised as just like a normal human right now.
I was speaking into it, but I was muted.
That would make sense. But Faladar is a human because that's what humans look like. No.
You got a vague idea of them. The only thing that's wrong is the eyes.
Let's see.
Well, what's Day up
Didn't
to?
sound elvish. So.
Oh, Day is over with that group having a conversation a little ways away from the kids.
Oh, I'm having trouble mentally visualizing where everybody is right now.
Arden and them are over near Krav Maga, who's on the other side of the warehouse.
Oh, okay.
He's up in the rafters at this point, but it sounds like that conversation is over there.
Okay.
Raven and the kids
Did you-
are in one corner, a ways away from where they entered, and on the deepest part of the warehouse, from what y'all can tell, is the main entrance of the warehouse.
Are
So,
there
Dea,
any?
did you come over to join us?
Yeah. Sure.
I was just. You go ahead and ask what you were going to ask.
Oh, I was gonna say, are there any like shelves or sturdy areas to say create a hammock in the warehouse?
There's a lot. There's also the support pillars, but they're too far unless you have a really big hammock.
Okay. Just gonna make a sort of makeshift hammock with the bedroll. Tie it between the shelves. Test the weight. Make sure that they can actually handle.
A bedroll wouldn't tie. It's just
Not
a
even with
slab of
rope.
leather. If you have rope, yeah, but you'd just be making a thing more with the rope than you would with the bedroll. You can use the bedroll to line it, though.
Yeah, we'll do that.
While Dia's setting up, or maybe before you get started, Arnold will go over and just say, "Hey, I want to get your thoughts on that conversation with Amric. You seem to have a pretty strong set of morals that you live by. What are your thoughts about what he's asking us to do?"
Well, it would seem to me he's trying to either A, eliminate some potential competition he's got, and potentially stay on the right side of the guards, or, well, he's a slimy fucker. That much you can tell. Very often.
Yeah, and the thing that comes out of that portal behind him every time we talk to him gives me a bad feeling every time.
Probably some kind of assurances. You see a lot of guys in my profession try to do that stuff, intimidate, make themselves feel big and strong and powerful, but the main thing is we've got the contract and we've got the deal that we got to get done. So, might as well see through to that. You don't want to break a contract. That much I know.
Yeah. I also don't want to do the bidding of something that is, I don't know, out for evil, but I can't say that I know that for sure yet. I get a weird sense.
To me, he just seemed kind of like a slimy businessman. Not that much more.
All right. I'll trust your instinct. Thanks. Good night.
Night. Ugh. Hopefully, damn residual heat doesn't affect the hammock.
What are Yek and Briar up to while the rest of the crew is talking on the other side of the warehouse?
I think. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yek is gonna sit down near the light and take out his book and read it.
Okay.
Briar is going to start setting up their bedroll and just making sure if uh, anyone needs anything, making sure everyone is comfortable before setting up for watch. At least they're going to take a watch. They don't really trust being somewhere that their door can't really lock.
I'll take first watch if you want.
Oh, I can do it. It is no problem. I just, if we can't really lock a door, I don't really trust not watching.
I'll go ahead and take second watch.
There, you see the kids seem to not really talk all that much, and when they do, they use that strange language. They're very. What's the word I'm looking for? Not
KG?
skitterish. Cagey, either would work.
It-ish.
Yeah. They don't seem to trust the party all that much. Raven seems to be assuaging their fears a little bit. but they still seem very scary. After a while, Raven goes around to each of the boarded up windows, and it looks like they're casting some kind of magic.
Oh. Question: has an hour passed?
No.
Okay.
I'm not a wizard. Sorry, go ahead.
Do we have someone on third or fourth shift?
I think Briar's taking first.
And Ardent will take second.
I'll take fourth shift.
Okay, I'll take third.
Alright, sweet.
Briar, you were saying something?
Yes, I know I'm not a wizard or anything. I mean, I do know magic, but can I identify what they're trying to do with that, what they're trying to do?
Yeah, roll me Arcana. Raven is setting up the alarm spell.
Clever. Still doesn't hurt to keep watch, but very good idea.
That's it, I was just curious.
Fair.
Alright, if any of the kids get cold at night, just tell them to get underneath my hammock. I radiate heat like a motherfucker. So, might help
Uh,
keep it warm.
Question: is it heat or is it fire? Because I've seen you explode a couple times.
Only when I get pissed off. Rest of the time, it's mainly just heat. So long as you don't try anything, it won't need to worry about the place bursting into flame.
Don't worry. After nearly being killed by you a couple times, I've learned not to try anything.
The
Oh,
ground
please. It was only
here
once.
is littered with kind of this faint, it looks like old kind of rotted hay. And there's a lot of dust everywhere. It's an old abandoned warehouse. Doesn't seem to be a lot here. It's not good. You see the kids have all claimed what seems to be a small cubby, which they have cleared out, that is hidden away from the entrances. And they all curl up together, Raven being the last to join them, being the oldest, it looks like. As she seems to be taking a protective move over this small group.
In addition to the boards that Dea pulled off the side, are there any other really obvious openings into this area
No,
from the outside?
there's multiple boarded up windows, and then there's the main entrance, which is currently closed.
Ardent will set up his bedroll kind of in between the group and that one opening that's less boarded up now.
Gotcha.
Yek will sleep near the kids, but not with them. Just kind of outside the cubby. Few feet.
It's a long night and not comfortable in the slightest. Just to confirm, Arden, you did take off your armor? Or are you attempting to sleep in it?
No, I took it off.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
I will say about an hour into the rest, the way the kids are look towards me. I look from like my regular human self. I look from a human to like my normal self with the crown of thorns and everything coming out of my head.
They cannot see as they are burrowed away in their little cubby.
Okay, good. I can deal with that in the morning.
The night is long and uncomfortable. There's a smell to the warehouse that kind of lingers. It smells a little bit like fish. But soon enough, the cracks in the walls start to shine. The person on third watch, who was on third?
Me.
That was Yek.
Yes.
Yes.
And then Yek, you are the one that is awake when the kids slip back out through the now missing the boards, the window with the missing board that y'all came through.
But Raven stayed behind.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna let him go.
You can see she remained in the little alcove that they were in, the cubby, and she has curled up. But it's not long before the sun has completely risen and the rest of the party has fully awoken.
Ah. Oh, morning.
How is that harder than rock? Oh,
Ugh, no idea. It's probably one of the more uncomfortable nights I've. Where are the kids?
They left.
Yeah. What? Ugh.
Check a coin purse, make sure it's still there.
They didn't take anything.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
They seem to have slipped out in the early hours of the morning.
They're probably out there trying to get their first alms in. Is today a temple day?
A temple day?
A worship day?
The equivalent of a Sunday.
No.
Well,
All right, dude.
They're more likely to be going towards the market to get into the good stakeout places. You hear from Raven.
Mm.
If you don't get there early enough, some of the bigger boys take over the best spots.
so are you pretty familiar with the market, Raven?
I was never one of the pickpockets, but I'm familiar with the groups that move there.
You know where these shops are that Amric talked about yesterday?
And she shakes her head. That
Yeah.
shouldn't be too hard to find.
Well, we've got what, 3 different places that we need to check out.
I was under
I
the
don't know if it
impression
makes
they're all
sense
in the
for.
same place.
Okay. I don't know if it makes sense for all of us to go in, obviously as a group, but I also don't want to completely split ourselves up. But maybe separate just a bit. A couple of pairs, maybe a single here or there.
hit different shops simultaneously?
What I was thinking. Or I guess if they're all in the same spot, yeah, and have someone keep an eye outside just in case.
I say Belling Crate General, Ruffum's Curios, and Stain Willow Textiles.
Yeah.
Which one of us is going where?
And does anybody have any actual shopping they need to do while they're there? It's a good cover, right?
Not really.
I could go for another grappling hook. Lost mine in the fire.
I believe a
Oh,
grappling
never mind. I
hook
got.
is 2 or 3 gold.
No, never mind. I got one.
Fair.
I forgot I bought another one.
Fire. So what would the party like to do? Rook is off looking around near the entrance at the moment with Briarheart. Not Briarheart, Briarpatch. Agu's just lounging in the rafters, and Raven sitting on the edge of the alcove at the moment.
I think we should all stick together somewhat. I mean, that's at least my opinion.
Yeah, definitely don't want to get outside of, at the most calling distance, right? But I also don't want us to just barrel into a place in mass. It'll likely draw some attention.
Mm. So, which shop do you think we would be best suited for each of us? Curios. That's like a antique shop thing, right?
It's just a collection of weird things.
Oh, Medea was asking more like to the group because
Oh.
she's not as familiar with what a curio is.
Briar will relay that same information.
Because I don't know about you, but I don't think they want to have a bull in a china shop there.
What did I do?
You know what? If we're meant to try and intimidate these people, actually, you and the threat of your shatter might actually just be all the intimidation we need to get the answers out of them.
Oh, that could be brilliant. Is Rook with us?
Yes.
Okay, Rook, on purpose, all of this day, I'm not actually going to do that.
I would hope not.
Yeah, I know, but if we start using that as a threat to everyone, I want you to know specifically, since you're my handler, that I'm not actually going to, do that.
All right,
So I
so
can
where
head
should
into the curio shop with you, Faladar, if you want.
Hey, says, let's go in.
I think I'll take the textiles because, well, I have to see what counts as fashion in this place.
Briar will go with Dea.
Alrighty. Where would you like to go first?
Which is closer, the curio shop or the textile?
They're all in the same place. Once you'll ask around in the market district, it's not too hard to find y'all's way over there. But y'all are all able to find it without too much problems.
Well, Bard, you ready to go?
Let's do this.
All right. We'll go ahead and head into the curio shop.
Alrighty then. You'll enter in without too much issue. It is a simple room, relatively small, and you can see a number of interesting little trinkets scattered about. There is a single clerk behind the desk. Welcome to Rotham's. What can I do for you?
I just haven't been in your shop before. Just take a look around for a bit.
Oh, welcome, welcome. Oh, we got everything a prospective adventurer like you might need. We're not quite good for weapons and the like. For that, you want drums. They're just across the street. But it should be easy. If this what you'd be
You
looking
wouldn't,
for.
you wouldn't happen to have set night goggles on you, would you?
What and night goggles.
Yes, unfortunately, I need to see in the dark, and
Ah,
sadly,
you mean magic items? No, unfortunately, it's not something that I carry. An item like that would be over at the auction house.
uh, good. Well, then maybe you could answer a question or two for us.
Of course. What can I do for you?
Okay, out of character, brain fart. What's the specific question I need to ask?
Well, so we're trying to figure out which of these groups is uh, in some way impacting Americ's business, right? And what it is they're doing and who's responsible so that we can get them to stop. So
I think I might
we
actually
probably would have had a
misspoke.
conversation before going in that we need to find out like who's in charge of these places, right?
Yeah, I think I actually misspoke last time. The Curios is one of the Amherst shop that y'all be able to go to find information.
Oh,
It's not one
oh,
of the
that's
ones
not
you're
a
looking into.
competitor.
I gave you.
Okay,
Oh,
that
I,
changes.
I think I gave you the wrong names.
Okay,
Now that I'm looking
we
at my
are.
notes.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, then
so
that changes my line
are
of
all
questioning
three
now.
of those Americ's places?
Yes, I
Oh,
believe
okay.
so. So it was. Where are the names that I just had?
They're in the chat from on Roll 20 as well, but it was Rotham's Curios, Stained Willow Textile, and Bell and Crate General is the
Yes,
names you gave
those
us.
three are Ameryk's places,
Ah, okay.
not the other
That's going
ones.
to
Then, well,
change this conversation entirely. All right.
Yes, that was
I
my
got this. I
bad.
got this. I
I
got
said
this.
the wrong names. The names he gave you for that were suspicious. I just had them. I keep losing them. He gave you drums. Same place he just mentioned. Bramblebore Inn and Farron's Tome Nest. Those are the three names he gave for the item. I looked at the wrong sheet. It gave you the wrong names. My bad.
All right. So I got drums, Bramblebore. Yeah, oh, you got it there. Okay.
Okay, that
And
changes
Fair and
everything.
Tome.
Farron's Tome
Yes.
Nest.
Yes. Your I don't know what the term is, sponsor or patron, has sent us to investigate some of the other shops around, drums being one of them. Do you have any information you can provide to us?
A patron? What do you mean?
Amarin.
Amarin?
Is that not the name you told me?
Amaric.
Oh, I apologize. I misspoke. Amaric.
You see the blood immediately drain out of his face. Oh, Mr. Van Thamper. Their eyes immediately dart to each of you, then over at the door. Oh,
I'll move around between him and the door.
the eyes go much wider. They don't seem to like this all that much.
Wait, I understand. I understand your concern. We're not here to cause any problems. Amaric sent us here to get some information from you, nothing more. But if you do try anything, I would like to inform you. My name is Falandar. I'm fairly certain you have heard that name through the city list at this point, so you know what I am capable of.
Roll me intimidate.
I'm going to use a hero point to get advantage on this just to be safe. I don't have expertise in intimidation. Come on, come on. Oh, what? Oh, I didn't mean for it to be 2 GM, but
A
no,
14.
a 14.
He looks absolutely terrified. What was the question? Kind sirs?
A few
Look,
businesses around here: Drums, Bramblebore, and Farron Tome Nest, if I'm saying that correctly. They may be working with groups against your purveyor of sorts. We need to investigate if they truly are and handle them if necessary. Any information you can provide would be of great help, and we'll let Emmerich know that you were so amicable in your assistance.
What kind of information do you want?
Oh,
look, friend.
any
Amric says profits are down, and you can imagine that doesn't sit well with him. And so he sent us to find out what's going on to drive those profits down. Now, we're not blaming you, right? You're just doing your job. We get that. But you hear things, right? You people talk. Tell us what people are saying about the way that business is done around here and anyone that may be getting an advantage that they shouldn't have, if you catch my drift.
And in the background of him saying all this, I have my hands raised and like I'm a finger in like a snapping position, like I'm ready to cast a spell. Not gonna actually do it, but I have my fingers in that position, like we're waiting.
Oh god.
It's really funny that I'm being the good cop here, but whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, you don't have a reputation for lighting a tavern on fire.
Faladar, can I get a quick insight from you?
Okay. Oh god, please tell me we're talking pissed off. What? Why am I? Wait, I'm not supposed to be on GMs. You stupid thing. That's a 16.
Let me see your sheet. I bet you I know what's going on.
No, my bad. I had the stupid saying thing. I just fixed it.
Yeah, okay. Faladar, you don't think he understands who you are in the slightest? His big thing is you work for Amric.
Fair enough.
And that's what seems to be terrifying him. Uh, profits haven't been the best to the individuals that you see them move through the streets from time to time. They're advertising some of the other places, and they look a little gruff. So people have been avoiding this area a little bit. And then there's been a stream of pickpockets and thieves that have been coming into the stores, which have been breaking down prices quite considerably.
So
His eyes
pickpockets and
start from
thieves.
you.
What was the other?
The men that have been suggesting people go to some other stores.
These men are coming into this store, or you're hearing this out in the street?
It's on the street.
Do you know these men? Do you know them by name?
No. It's always different people. I think I've seen the same guy maybe twice in the last month.
Are they usually in the same places, or where do they show up?
They walk the streets. They tend to show up later in the day to day. Is there anything else that you need, kind, sirs? He
Ardent looks at him.
gives a smile that does not reach his eye. He looks terrified.
Ardent looks at him, and with thaumaturgy, makes eyes burn hot red, and say, "I don't know. Is there anything else?"
He just babbles. I don't know. There's been strange men moving around at night, but I don't know if that's related to the drop in prices.
There's strange men moving around in the store or near the store at night, and you're just now mentioning that?
I don't see how it's related to your original question, but I hear them moving around at night. I don't tend to bother them, as it's not my business. Uh, but it's not related to sales.
But it could be related to activities that are driving those sales down.
I wouldn't know.
So you haven't seen anything, you've only heard things?
Correct. I don't want to stick my neck out and get stabbed if they are indeed unsavory types.
Is this after the store's closed? Do you have
Yes.
lodging here?
Yeah, I live just above my shop, so I hear them moving around from time to time.
Friend, I apologize. We didn't even ask your name.
But it's crying. Crying Rothan.
Well, we thank you for your assistance. I will let Amric know how helpful you were.
And should you think of anything else, don't hesitate to bring it up. We'll come by again.
Okay. I hope you have a wonderful day, sirs.
I give Faladar an eye and nod towards the door.
Yeah.
All right,
But
let's go.
as just a last little note, I do say I look like I'm about to say something important, but then just turn back and like, nah, it's fine. And I just head to the door. Just to make him
As
out a little bit more.
as Faladar kind of gives him that feint, I'll use thaumaturgy one more time just to do some harmless tremors in the ground, kind of right near the shopkeeper.
Here. He looks like he wants to piss himself.
Yeah, once we're outside, I just look to Art and I just high five him.
That was fun.
Okay, that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
You'll see the door, the sign hanging in the window immediately flip from open to closed.
That talks.
Oh no, he better open up that damn store again if he wants to seize profits.
I was about to say that's not going to help profits at all.
Come on, give the man a break. We basically scared the living shit out of him. He needs a few minutes.
I'll walk back over to the group and relay the information that we got, and then hang out, keep and watch for whatever next group is gonna head in.
So, we got advertiser press gangs.
Yeah.
And possibly late night movements in the market area. Well, I don't know if it's completely related, considering all the cultist crap we've been dealing with. It might be a problem for later.
Did they say what these guys looked like?
They did not.
He said there's been a bunch of different ones, right?
Yes.
He couldn't really describe them because it's just a different group of folks. He did say that they typically come in later in the day.
Correct.
So I imagine if we hang out in the market square here and we keep an eye out, we will probably see some of that going on. Especially if we act like we're interested in any of Emmerich shops, because they're apparently driving people away from those shops specifically.
Oh,
Plus,
I
if he
know.
doesn't open that, plus if he doesn't open up that store in the next 2 hours, then I'm gonna have to pay him another visit.
Oh yeah, we're definitely keeping an eye on that.
Yeah, you all can see that me and Arden had a bit too much fun scaring the crap out of that guy.
I know. I'm very interested in into some clothings. So, and maybe they can also give us more clues as to what our perps look like.
Yeah.
And if they perchance try and drive me away to somewhere else, well, we'll have found them.
Yeah.
Hook, line,
So,
sinker.
so the places we got next are Drums, the Bramble Boat, and the Faron Tome Nest. But we can also check with the textile place if y'all want to see if we can get more questions from them.
Yeah, that was the idea. And if the
All right.
guys try and turn us away from that business, we'll know exactly who our guys are.
Yeah, I'll let you all handle this one. I don't want to be at every single shop.
No problem.
Yeah, I'm not much into fashion, so I'll hang back and keep an eye on things here too.
You good to get dressed up, Briar?
Oh yes. I'm okay with that.
All right. Let's see what kind of colors we can get to match you and your particular style. A lot of white, so she's murmuring as they're walking away, just going into details about colors. Buttercream, buttercream, crocskin, crocskin, buttercream, crocskin. What size is the waist? Let's go in.
Pretty much anything will match them. They're just a pile of floof, white floof.
As
Yes, yes,
you'll
yes.
walk in, there is a lot of beautiful fabrics hanging from the walls. There's a couple outfits along the back wall, and as the a little bell rings as you enter the shop, you hear, "Just a moment, I'll be with you shortly."
Take your time.
Mm,
She's gonna go and examine some of the stuff on the walls, see what kind of, looking at mainly the reds and blacks and golds, if they have any.
They have a wide selection from canvas, cottons, silks, and leathers.
Hmm.
But soon enough, you see a young elven woman come around the corner, dressed in a myriad of pinks and whites. She looks like a walking cupcake.
Ah, she. You said it's an elfin woman.
Yes.
Dale will greet her in Elvish as well, turning a wide grin to it.
Oh, she responds in Elven. A good day to you, ma'am. What can I do for you?
I am in the market for some linen. Some very nice linen. As you can see, she gestures towards her top piece and her shorts. I prefer reds, blacks, and gold. And I'm probably looking for something for my friend here, Briar. And she swatches back to common. Briar, this is
Mina.
Mina. Lovely. But yes, we're trying to find something, not only for myself, but for them as well. Something that'll really bring out the fullness of the floof.
And are you looking for these fabrics in cotton or canvas?
Well, I'm looking for linen, something a bit lighter, something a bit more cool.
All right, all right. And how much fabric are you looking for?
Hmm, enough for perhaps a skirt, perhaps. What about you? What would you think would look good with this figure?
Well, that depends on what you are making.
Hmm. Well, as you can see, I'm from pretty far away, and I'm curious about the local fine garments of this area, of this region. So I was figuring something a bit of closer to my style, but a little bit less exotic, a little bit less foreign, and more familiar to your styles in Faerun.
Uh-oh, hang on. Sorry about that. Discord did something weird. Not Discord, Roll20. What was asked? I just completely brain farted.
She was asking if whether or not they had something that fit her color scheme, but is more in the Faerun style. What kind of things are popular amongst the um, more well-to-do people of Faerun?
Well, if you're looking for something more sturdy, she shows you a couple yards of linens, and then a line of cloth, then a line of silk, all in the color palette and designs you are interested in. The silks are going to be 10 gold per yard. The linen is going to be, well, square yard. The linens are going to be 5. The cottons are going to be 5 silk.
Silk is. You have quite a lot of silk.
Not as
Surprised.
much as some other places, but there are a few that come through and enjoy the fabric.
Hmm, that's strange. Usually, if you have less silk, you're usually doing better as a business.
That sounds like somebody that doesn't quite keep up with stock.
Something happen?
I can't say that it has.
Hmm. I'll ask this because I was recently employed by a man who's quite concerned about your business, and I find myself quite concerned about it as well, seeing the state of the stock here.
Is there something wrong with my stock?
Nothing wrong with your stock, but rather she gestures around. There are, I'm assuming there are no other customers in this shop as well.
Correct.
Lack of customers. Emmerich is quite disgruntled at this sort of turnaround, so
I would
we're
like you to
trying to.
leave the building, please.
Did we do
You
something
see
wrong?
her voice goes very hard. Emmerich knows very well that I have finished paying off that old scoundrel. Now, I'll ask you to leave.
Deal hold up her hand. We're not here to threaten you. We're trying to figure out who around here is currently trying to drive your businesses down. Someone is acting out of ill faith, not just towards him, but towards several other people here as well.
Somebody is trying to get one over on that sad excuse